Oh, ah. Swing, swing, and we swinging. What's up, Lilano? Try to face what I'm going through. I knew what I had to do. Gotta face what I'm going through. And I knew what I had to do. Gotta face what I'm going through. Man, I knew what I had to do. Look what it came to. It ain't nothing I gotta prove. Gotta face what I'm going through. Man, I knew what I had to do. Look what it came to. It ain't nothing I gotta prove. And it's just back in the trenches. Hey, precision, man, it's in my vision. What it is and what it is. They sleeping, then they miss it. It ain't none of my business. It ain't none of what they saying. Ain't no way that they gon' see it. I wear Michael Jackson, and you know I'ma just beat it. Man, I'm not conceited. LOG for a reason. Loyalty over greed, man, you know that's the meaning. Hey, what a wonderful feeling. J-Dog, man, and I'm riding with no ceilings. I'm on my shit and I'm trending. Hey, drinking my Kenny. White, all 3 G's, you know this stuff in it. KSBM pressed up my denim. Hey, stack standing so tall, man, I can't bend them. Shoe boxes, man, where the cash that I send them. Since 14, man, I always been going through. Man, I knew what I had to do. Look what it came to. It ain't nothing I gotta prove. Gotta face what I'm going through. Man, what's happening, man? I say what's happening to everybody out there that's watching, everybody that's going to tune in right now, and everybody that's going to tune in later on. You already know this is the Galveston Podcast, and it's on a Monday. We're right on time, even when the time is behind. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how we're going to start this thing off. I'm going to give y'all a couple of minutes, man, to get in and come in and get yourself situated. Get them feet out them shoes. Put them shoes outside. And let the shit, cool off a little bit. You've been moving around, you know. I know last week my partner on here, he was moving shit around, moving furniture. I thought he was moving people, but he clarified it and said it was regular furniture. So shout out to my brother Esco.
What's happening?
Coming in hot, Esco. You know how I got? I got the man. Come on, how you doing?
Yeah, you coming in hot, brother. What's going on with you,
man? Hey, look. Sometimes you gotta, when you cut the radio up, you cut the volume up. You understand? You know that process. You remember that? I'm talking about the people that grew up. They had the knob, and you had to turn the knob up. And when you turn the knob up, it was a different frequency, and you felt better. So I just felt like I had to cut the knob up because I wasn't. Everything was trying to distract me from doing what I wanted to do today, which is Grown Man Mondays. Situation at work, everything else. But hey, we here now. They old news.
I tell you what, man, everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen. Everything happens for a reason and a purpose. Even the things that don't feel good, even the things that don't even when it's off script, it's right on time. So
right on time.
All that matters is that we here now, man.
And hey, give yourself a round of applause for showing up. Give yourself a round of applause for experiencing everything that you're experiencing. Don't be mad at it. Don't be frustrated with it. Get a little bit more understanding. That shit gonna hurt. But the more understanding, you got to go through it. It's like layers. You got to peel some of that shit off. Some of this shit we keep on is that we need some new. You need to let that shit. Man, I know hello? Did I
give somebody?
Okay, man. Get it off of you. Get it off of you, man. If Facebook and YouTube can hear anything, I don't own the rights to none of this. You understand what I'm saying? So if you can hear the music, I don't own the rights to it, man. So
It's just I don't want no waivers, no disclaimers, and I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I want to see. I want to see. I got two things that I just ran into, and I'm gonna run with them two things. Esco, I'm gonna give some time. I'm giving a couple more minutes though. See if I can build into what it is that got my attention. Are you? I know. Yeah, yeah. I laugh. You gonna know why I laugh later.
Okay.
Yeah, you gonna know why I laugh later.
What's good, fellas?
What's happening, brother?
Everybody on there? They getting in there. What's up, young man?
Look like you on patrol again, brother.
Do what?
Like Adrian on
No,
patrol
not
again.
tonight.
Oh, okay.
He said, "No, not tonight, huh?"
He got tired of y'all talking about him, so he's like, "Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not logging in tonight on the clock."
Yeah.
Now, one of my coworkers wanted to switch shifts with me tonight, so I went on here and gave him the shift tonight, and I work his shift another day.
Okay. Give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause for what you just did to present your. See, and it need to be Esco. I'm just gonna say this out loud. By him saying that, Vato, much respect to that young man. That man, he switched his lifestyle. Shout out to Vato. That boy say, "Do not get a job at Church's Chicken if you're a vegetarian." Yeah, man.
That's simple mathematics to me. That makes a lot of sense to me.
That's just plain simple, man. Just yeah, man. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Hey, look, you always gotta give people their flowers while they can smell them, man. And when people doing big things, man, you gotta acknowledge it. Got to, man. Gotta big people up because it could, people could be out here doing a whole bunch of other extra stuff that ain't worth nothing, man. So shout out to that brother for doing this thing.
Yeah, there are people out there doing that's, they doing it. They doing it right next to you too. I mean, their ass is right next to you doing that. Whatever you just said, Esco, they standing right next to you. When you get off this here show and you go to the place that you got to go to, every place that we got to is just like a scene in a movie.
Pretty much.
Hello.
We all gotta get in the game. We gotta get these YNs to see it our way, because we once was the YN.
We ain't gotta do that. We ain't gotta get a YN to do nothing but let that motherfucker YN.
Nah,
what
bro,
are you gonna do?
We gotta guide them, bro. You gotta realize we was once the young little niggas that people try to guide us, man, but we ain't listening. But further down the line, we started listening.
I hear
That's why we're in the position that we is today.
Yeah, I hear you. I love it.
You know what? I'm a tie in both sides of the perspective. I agree with you saying, but at the same time, every man has a path that they have to go. They got to go.
They got to go through it.
Life.
They got to go through
it. In life, you can't skip experiences. You can't, because the only way sometimes the way a knucklehead is going to learn is by being a knucklehead. Point blank. Period. We didn't listen. We didn't always listen to the dudes
they
like
prayed for
us.
Oops, I'm sorry.
And we had to pay certain costs to learn certain lessons, but now we are where we are. So while we do have I don't want to say obligation, but we do essentially should pay it forward by leading by example and that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, people are gonna have to go through what they go through to learn what they need to learn. Some people get it right away, and some people gotta go through a little bit more tribulation in order to get it. It's just all a matter about what path is forged out for you. So yes, we should guide the YNs, but the YNs gonna have to, like my brother said, they gonna have to YN in order for them to get out of that YN mentality and see, once they realize the errors of their ways, or once they realize what they're doing ain't right, then at that point they'll make the decision to go a different route. But you can't skip experiences in life, and that just doesn't go for YNs, but just really anybody. You can't skip certain experiences in life. That's how you learn. Oftentimes, the things that don't feel good are good for you because of the lessons that you learn as a result of going through certain things.
Well said. Well put
I
together.
like that.
Yeah, they gon' we are doing what you said, and I'm gonna tell you why, young man. We made it. We was doing the same shit you said, right? But we on the show together, so we are showing them because we still here. Because the ones who didn't make it, them the ones who didn't make it, them the ones you talk about. We here, so they are seeing it. You get what I'm saying? They are seeing it.
Yeah.
Like I say, you can't go tell them because that's just the time that we live in. You can't. It's ways to do everything. And if you love it so much, if that's what you want to do, you got to be put in that position to do that. You just got to know. You got to know every character that you play. I'm the same way. Look, every situation is a plot in your movie. It's your movie. You the director, and you are all the characters. It's all in one. They've been teaching us there from day one. With that example, with religion example, hell, with modern everyday living. I mean, look how I mean, it's the designs. Y'all want to talk about a computer technology and they waiting on AI. We design. What the fuck you mean AI and all that? We design. We do design shit. We was taught something, and the shit we did with whatever they taught us. That's the shit we them the weapons we had. And that's what we use to do it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what we use still to this day. You probably stopped some of that shit, and a lot of that shit you kept, and there's two of them you still holding on to. Somebody should have just slapped and shouted. I'm talking about myself. I'm just talking. You know what? I ain't even talking here, man. I just stepped there.
No, but I had an experience where, man, when I was working at the water park, man, a lot of young kids came in there. And it was just one particular kid. He knew me from out there. He was like, man, I remember you used to be fucked up. Now you doing good and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? That kind of touched me because they let me know it was little niggas out there watching me and they watched how I used to move and how I'm moving now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So It kind of like took me out of my mind for a minute because I was like, damn. These niggas like really looked up to me and shit like that. They told me they was proud of me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Coming from a little nigga that I did know, you know what I'm saying? When I was out there and I was doing the shit I was doing, you know what I'm saying? That kind of like encouraged me to just try to prove myself a little bit more so they can see and they can guide themselves through life. Including my son.
Yeah. That just goes to show, man. That's why you gotta be careful how you moving, man, because you just never know who's watching you. And like you said, just somebody around the way that you knew from where you knew them from, but yet all the while they watched essentially what you just described as your evolution. They watched you as a YN, for lack of a better term, that was doing whatever you were doing, but then flipping it and actually going to your grown man status. This is Grown Man Mondays. Hello. So that's what we're talking about, the evolution of going from a YN to a grown man and how that looks. That looks different for every man that there is, but it is, I think what people, the sad part about that right there, and I'm gonna take just a moment to kind of explain where I'm going with this. The sad part is when you see somebody that you knew from back in the day that can't get how you were back in the day out of their head, as if people are not entitled or not expected to evolve. Like you can't see 2001 Esco and think you go get that in 2025. I'm a whole father, I have a grown son now. So of course the way that I was back in 2001 is not going to be the way that I am today. But people want to keep you where you were. But that's not where you are now. You are entitled to evolve, and you should evolve as you get more life experiences. So it is cool when you have those like full circle moments where you see somebody that you ain't seen in a few years, and I'm like, wow, you're a totally different person now. Yeah, it's called evolution. Why would you expect somebody to stay
But they
the
hit you
same?
with the wow.
Yeah, it's part of
Wow,
growth.
you're a
Wow.
different person. Yeah, it's called evolution.
Wow.
Wow, So that's cool though,
Like that's
man.
what.
I like hearing stuff like that when dudes say, I see somebody that I ain't seen in a while. I'm like, wow, I see how you were before, and now you're a totally different person. Like you said, it does
Yeah.
strike a nerve in a good way when you have those kind of testimonials come to you. And I definitely, salute to you for allowing yourself to go through that transition for sure.
No doubt. So I'm gonna hit y'all with this here. Are most Christians, this is one of the two topics. Are most Christians hypocrites?
Yep. Yes, they are.
And before we go dive, I don't want for all my Christians, I don't want you to think this is a form of any type of attack.
Mhm.
This is how I view it. Because after I said it, I had to think, you know what though, but we still people at the end of the day. I just wanted to share that with the whole crowd. Like at the end of the day, we still people. So if we still people, then we're gonna do some fucked up shit. I mean, once you know that you're gonna do, no, not me. It was a story in this good old book. Since we talking about it, Christians being hypocrites, it's a good story, It'll show you. It's a lot of stories that'll show you, but the stories that you lived, you you experienced the stories that you reading and they taught you about until you figured it out.
So,
but are most Christians hypocrites?
So before I answer that question, I want to what's the basis of that question?
Meaning,
when y'all get through, I'm gonna speak on it just
Yes,
a little
sir.
bit.
No, the base would have to come from the perspective of are most Christians hypocrites, and are they hypocrites to what they gotta? If you was taught, they taught us that you gotta love, right? I'm just using one. That's the only one I want to use. Love, right?
It's a good one.
Why they hate everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate.
All right. My little similar situation was like, we go into these churches, they say how people dress and all this stuff like this, but they don't know where these people coming from. God say, come as you is. It don't matter how you come, how you dress. But the people in the church love to talk about people, how the way they dress. Oh, she coming in here wearing that, this and this. And you know what I'm saying? You're not showing a godly spirit towards them people because you don't know what these people been through. You don't know if these people coming straight off the street, coming into your church. You know what I'm saying? Just want to get worship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all want to talk down on these people and don't know where these people stand at in their mental and all that.
Yeah. That's in a building.
So where's the love in that? You supposed to be so Christian like to help people come in, but y'all criticize them once they come in and make the people not want to go anymore.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
Exactly. But it ain't supposed to be in the church. I'm just saying, but it's not supposed to be in the church. We speaking on Christians. If y'all there to help somebody, why criticize them and talk about them?
I agree. So I will answer the question this way. I will say 100% of Christians have had hypocritical tendencies. Because of the fact that when you're dealing with people, there is not one man or one woman walking on the surface of the earth that is perfect. So while people have certain intentions or interpret the word of God a certain way, there is room for error because of the fact that people are people and they're gonna do what people do, which is some of the things that the Bible tells us not to do, like judge and that sort of thing. So yes, I would say 100% of people, because 100% of people are imperfect, there are going to be some hypocritical tendencies, albeit it may be intentional or may not be intentional. But yes, to answer your question, simply put, I would say all of them are. And I'm going to put myself in that category as well because I do go to church and I have had hypocritical tendencies about different things. But the fact of the matter is that I'm imperfect and I acknowledge that I'm imperfect. So I'm always going to tell anybody, don't look at me as God. I'm not God. I'm imperfect. So therefore, I'm gonna mess up. I'm not gonna always think the right thing, say the right thing, do the right thing, or what have you. But I will always point you to seek Him yourself. That way, you can get whatever relationship that you need to get. It's not about religion. It's about a personal relationship. So don't look at any man or any woman and expect them to be perfect, even in a church setting, because they're imperfect people. But yes, there are hypocrites in church. Absolutely.
And to make this clear, there's hypocrites all across the world, right next to you. It's gonna be a hypocrite. You gonna be the hypocrite. I just asked that because when you categorize it, and that's what I don't like doing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like categorize. I don't like titles. None of it. I just want to be a plain human being having a life experience. But you don't believe in look. I spent enough years of my life believing in some shit somebody taught me until I learned how to learn on my own.
Yep.
Now, that's a powerful statement. Until you learn on your own, and to me, that sounds like, to me, I'm always referring to the Bible because I grew up in the church. And I always, when I was young, I always wanted to be I was just the pastor, just, I don't know what it was. I could just see myself as a little child. You say, man, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid, bro. I was a kid talking about I could do that. I could do that. You know what I'm saying? And the more I kept waking up, the more I'm doing that. I just don't have to be done in a way, in a uniformed way. I can't live the uniform way of living. I don't want that no more. I don't want the uniform way of anything. I don't want nothing normal. I don't want none of that. They can keep that. I don't want none of that. I want to be weird. I want to say what I want to say, knowing what I'm saying. Well, you got to make people understand. The people that understand what I'm saying, they love to see that light come around. I tell you that. And they appreciate it. See, I don't like, you don't need no pat on the back. You don't need somebody to tell you, bro. Yeah, you do, but you don't need nobody to tell you when you know you walk around and you know you lighten up the day. If you don't say nothing and then people wonder what's wrong with you. I'm one of them. You two, y'all one of them.
Yeah.
You come around and that's what they want. You the one that got it out. You the one that they was their Bible. I'm going back to Bible. I'm going back to Christian. I'm going back to hypocrite. But I want to break some barriers today, man. I want to break some chains off. Stop thinking normal. Stop doing normal stuff. Because that's how they fucked us over the first time. They put a clock on the fucking wall and call it time. We just sit up there looking at it. Then we wait on a birthday to do the same shit we did the last birthday.
I say this, man, with anything, don't take anybody's word for it. Do your own research. Draw your own conclusions, man. Because that's how people get brainwashed. They take what they hear from somebody just because a lot of people are listening doesn't mean that it's right. So draw your own conclusions and do your own research. That way, when you have these thoughts and these ideas, it's based off of something that you've actually looked up, not what somebody told you. I think that's what people mess up. They go off of things just because, Pastor so-and-so or Sister so-and-so says so. Nah. Draw your own conclusions. And what is that echo?
I don't know. It's killing me.
It's my phone.
Oh, you got me cut down my little mixer board. Hello? Come down, selector.
All right.
Rub me now. Rub me now.
I want to fuck these police going on, man.
Yeah. Shout out to my big bro. Love you too, man. It's good to see you on the show. I was saying, I was asking questions. Are Christians hypocrite? I want to say, I want to continue to elaborate on that. I think it's inbred. I think it's by default. You got to think about it. He said everybody was born in sin. Think about it. Think about this, y'all. Come on, walk with me a little bit. Everybody's born in sin. So if you already know that, hey, you know what? I'm going to fuck up. Let's just get cut to the chase. Fuck everybody else. I'm going to fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to fuck up. Nigga, I'll fuck up tomorrow. I'll fuck up 30 minutes from now. I can fuck up right now. I'm going to fuck up. Am I cool with fucking up? I'm cool with fucking up. You know why? Because I got to fuck up. How else I'm going to act right? Okay, let's kid up. So by default DNA. So it's in DNA and default just for the simple fact that nobody is perfect and you are imperfect. So that means you are already with the strike against you, according to Christianity. So why do they tell you that the God is an all-loving God, but he hate gay people?
That's a sticky one right there. I don't believe that God hates the people. I think that there's something to be said about the act itself, but he loves all people. He just doesn't love what all people do. And that's probably keeping it as simple as possible. So he has love for everybody, and he loves the people themselves. What he does not love, in my belief, and from what my research has gathered, is the actions that some people do. And kind of off topic, but not really. We as people have to stop saying, like you said, sin is sin is sin. So one sin is not worse than the other. So, you're saying, well, lying is not that bad, but being gay is. It's all, like things like that. Things like that, like we got to stop that. And that's where the hypocritical part comes in, right? So you're saying, the sin that I do is not really that bad. It's not that big of a deal. But that other sin, that other sin is a lot bad, is worse. So therefore, I'm gonna down that sin, but the one that I'm doing behind closed doors it's okay. That's what we got to stop doing as people.
And it's a sin, no matter what type of sin it is.
That's it.
Hey,
Point blank, period.
David was God's partner. Y'all feel me? David was God's partner. David, fuck that man wife. Suck that man to die. You understand what I'm saying? This is God. That's God's best friend. But he hate gay people. He said he don't like fornicators too. Let's go. I'm gonna go with it. He didn't like fornicators. David was his best friend. So I'm just telling y'all, man, yeah, you can laugh. You're supposed to laugh. You know why you're supposed to laugh? Because now that if I say it one more time, you really gonna get into your feelings when you go home. Because you're gonna be like, okay, now Now you're gonna got now. Look, now I get to look. You know what you do when they don't think you're so biblical? You start talking about it. Then you get them people back in their Bible. Let me check. That wasn't in there. Yeah, good. I got you on your feet now. Now I'm gonna say it 3 more times. Same shit you read your whole life. And after I say it the 3rd time, a genie ought to pop up and say, "You need to start thinking for yourself." When you pray for everything that happened to you. I'm sorry, everything that happened to you, ma'am, sir. You pray for that shit. That's why they always tell you be careful who you pray to. Well, how about if you just shut the fuck up, right? If you shut up, you ain't got to worry about praying or nothing. Because they say sometimes your prayers don't make it. Then they say sometimes you talking to the devil. Well, you know what? I don't want none of I don't want none of. I'm gonna just say something positive, and I'm gonna meet it at the end. What end? I'm gonna meet it right. I'm gonna come right into it. Positive. I tried it. It works. I had an opposite approach. I ain't want the standard approach. You got to do an opposite approach. You got to forcefully feed them. You got to tell them something that's going to throw them off. So you get, and then you got to, okay. They don't never supposed to know your move. They don't never supposed to know what your next move is.
Right.
And you're supposed to be loving and all caring at all times. Yes, when you stand on that code, guess what's going to happen to your ass? You're going to get out of character. Man, come on, man. I'm just talking to myself.
No, because
and the
reason why that is because again, when you getting out of character is because of the fact that you're human, so you're liable to.
Fuck, my shit not working.
Yeah, because you got an Xfinity cell phone service.
I think people are. There's two. Yeah, I see. Like, yeah, it's kind of cutting out.
You got a Snap benefit Motorola 3G Ultralight. Aquafresh.
People got to.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna quit because that used to be me. My shit used to sound like mosquitoes, huh? Shut up! Don't you say nothing. Don't you fucking laugh.
I'm not gonna say a word. I'm not gonna. We have. Hey, look. You have evolved. You evolved. You're entitled to evolve. You're not supposed to stay the same.
Not supposed to stay the same.
Not supposed to. Nah. Mm-mm. But yeah, man, just people gotta stop being so spiritual that they become, no good on earth. Like, you just realize that, like you said, people go mess up. People not gonna always think the right thing, but that doesn't mean that you down them and you talk bad about them and you shun them. Like Peachy said, a woman going to church looking a certain kind of way, you don't know where she came from, you don't know what's going on in her life. And church folk look at her wrong because of the way she came. But the Bible does say, "Come as you are." But we read over that part. We don't read that part of the scripture, but we only read the parts that fit what we want it to fit. And that's where it gets sticky, and that's where that hypocritical spirit comes into play. We don't read the entire Bible. We only read the parts that make us feel good. We read the parts that we can we can shine a light on, but the parts that don't feel so good or don't look so good or actually applies to us, we skip over that part. So you just gotta do better, man. And that's all, and that's everybody, not just, I don't want to point the finger at any one group or anything like that. We all have to do better. Everybody has to do better.
Every person that has a soul. Soulless people.
Gotcha, man.
With that being said, that's gonna slide right into I'm just gonna transition right into the second part. But before we do that, that introduction that I was working on some commercials and everything. I gotta tweak the little audio and everything. I know I promote music just like a young man on here that promotes his music. And I was just playing around, so now I can make a little bit more. You seen the breaking news come across there, Esco? Huh? You ain't seen the breaking news.
I saw that. I was like, that man in there, he in a lab. He in the lab messing
Yeah.
around. I see that.
That's right, man. I cooked my rice in the microwave on that one. I need to get it on the stove.
Yeah, you need to stop
Get
playing.
it on the stove,
Put some
man.
butter in that joint. What's wrong with you, man?
Butter in there, man. But yeah, it's by default. That's why the word hypocrite even exists. I'm saying it again. That's the only way that word exists, hypocrite. Because it gotta make it sound like it's wrong. A hypocrite, everybody's a hypocrite. How many times we said we was gonna stop doing something? I kept doing it.
100%, man.
So
when people fail to realize that the errors of their own ways, then this world would be so much of a better place if people would be self-accountable for their own mess instead of trying to point out the mess of everybody else. This world would be so much better. But we want to sweep out. We don't want to sweep in front of our house, but we want to go to somebody else's house and point out the dust that they got in the wall.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. We gotta
You ain't want to trim your tree down in the back, but you want to go tell somebody they got to trim their tree down. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You gonna tell somebody to go trim their tree, and you got 4 trees back there, and you ain't even got to trim them. You ain't even thinking about buying one. You don't even want to ask them could they use it. No, you do want to ask them. You just not gonna ask them because you playing some type of metal.
What did 50 say? You shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house, and if you got a glass jar, you should watch your mouth. So 50 said, true statement. She said,
True statement. Say true statement.
Got to.
So,
yeah.
With that being said, you got to face what you're going through. I want to slide in there. You got to face what you're going through. I want you to take a couple of seconds to think about what you're going through right now. No, seriously. Seriously. The last couple of days, since the last Monday, I know it was a lot of life that had to be experienced in that period of time. So take a little bit you got to face what you're going through, huh? I got to face what I'm going through. I got to face that. I ain't trying to avoid it. Think about it, man.
And at the same time, you got to go through what you face. I don't think I understood that. Everything that comes in front of you, you're facing it. So you have to go through it. The only way that you're going to get to the other side, you're not going to be able to go around it. You're not going to be able to go. Sometimes you got to go straight. You got to go straight through the storm, man. That's how you learn to be a skilled mariner, by going straight through the guard. Hello, Coast Guard.
That's right. And they is acting a fool out there in them waters. You better stay your ass out them boats. If any one of y'all got a boat, don't you get your ass in that boat.
Yeah.
Don't you get in that boat out there. Don't you do it. Don't even put nachos in the boat. That shit probably get goddamn. Shit, they probably cover them nachos in that boat. You better be careful out there, man. It's real out here. It's always been real out here, but guess what, man? That veil, they've been saying it for a long time. That veil been slippery uncovering. And whatever y'all own, whatever we own, when they cut it, when that shit get cut on, yeah. That's why you got to know who you know now, and you're supposed to build alliances. You're supposed to build alliances. You're supposed to build villages. It ain't the old way, but it's still a way.
Mm-hmm. And don't be afraid if you are in a village that's not keeping you lifted up and building you up. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to switch villages. You don't got to stay in one village for all your life.
Yeah, man.
You can move.
Yeah, you can. You sure can.
That's what
They
we just
moved
talked about
without
earlier.
Jordans
And
back
we,
in the
you
day,
know,
huh?
people are allowed to evolve and, you know, change the way that they think, the way that they do things. So don't let the people think that just because you're in a particular village that you got to stay there for all eternity. Nah. If the village that you're in is not promoting your growth, even if it did at one point, but if you are is somewhere where you are not being valued or anything like that, it is okay to bow out gracefully and go build the village somewhere else. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I just think about, what Petrie said earlier about how, he saw the dude and dude was like, I see how you was before. I just think about I think about that in the context of what if you would have stayed in that village that you was in before? What the ramifications could have been of that. So you are allowed to evolve, people. That's the point I want to drive home. There's nothing wrong with evolution. We should not expect to stay the same for all of our days on this earth. You shouldn't expect to be that way. You are allowed to move on and adjust as you see fit. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
Well said. Yo, we gotta send you the link with your yo head ass. You gotta face what you're going through. Just type in the chat if you need us to send the link. Since you're in the chat, I know you can chat with your Twitter text thumbs. Yeah, I did that. Yep, sure did. I concentrated on all T words. Straight up. Just your salad sandwich eating ass. Yeah, you gotta face what you're going through, man. Sometimes it ain't. Yeah, I want you to look at that shit. When it's ugly, I want you to look at that shit and face that shit. Yeah, and then realize you created that shit. Then that, you can take the power away once you know you created it. Let me rewind that one more time. You take the power away when you create it. When somebody creates it for you, you don't got no power. And that's why you feel like you don't fucking fit in. You don't feel like you want it or you love. Shit be spelled. That shit is see, motherfucker, man, that Bible wrote, and there's some throw shit in there. And you take that shit for face value if you want to. You understand what I'm saying? Or just take it real simple, like, don't work at Church's Chicken if your ass is a vegetarian. You got to keep that shit that simple. And Bible ain't written like that, though. But you got to understand, they wrote that shit way in another, just like we writing our shit right now. We writing our shit, but it's a fact. It's a point that we even got to say that it's a group classified as YNs. It's crazy work. I've been here about 45 years, man, and that YN is some new shit. I guess
it's been around, man. When we were small, they were calling us them little YNs, man, but they just wasn't using it in that term.
They call us thugs and heathens.
Yeah, I was just about to say that you really literally just took the thoughts right out of my head. It's always been YNs. It's just that they have a official title term now, but it's always been like that. You've always had, the OGs and you had the new school. It's always been like that. It just so happens that now, we are in a position now where we have evolved. There go that word again. We've evolved from being part of that generation. So now we're the I hate to say older because I don't feel like I'm really all that old for real.
Man, we OGs.
43, but
OGs.
Yeah, but we are, we're on the other side. We're on the other side of 40 now, so we have some perspective of going through some things.
I'm not no OG.
Man, you OG Reggie, man.
I'm not no OG, none of that. I am myself. I am Reginald from the Coast Guard. You're who?
Reginald, like I just said, OG Reginald.
Nah, you ain't even say it right. You didn't even say it right, bro. You didn't even.
He says, "I'm Reginald."
Yeah, Reginald. Not saying like the Reginald. Yeah. Reginald. Yeah, I said my name on TV. That's why they laughing. If anybody want to know why they laughing, because they know I said my name. Because I'm not saying my name nowhere else. I'm not. You already know who I am. And then if it's Galveston County and a couple of places I went to out of state and everything, but they never called me. They never called me Rich Paul. No, they ain't never done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, man.
But it's the truth.
It's definitely the truth, man. So I got a question for the fellas, anybody that might be listening. We got what, about 9 days left in the year. So throughout the entire year of 2025, if you can, what is one of all the things that you have learned or whatever, what's one thing that stuck out to you about what you may have learned or even relearned in the year 2025? And this is not just for my brothers that's on with me, but also those that's listening in the chat. Feel free to type it in. What's one thing that you say that you've learned in the year of 2025?
Not to worry about anything, especially when somebody feel about you. You spoke one time, they disagreed with everything that came out your mouth, but they sat right there and listened. So you learned something, but with the normal or being yourself, you missed the message, you missed the boat. It's because you didn't like it.
But they use that message when you're not around because they learn something from it.
It don't matter how somebody see. It don't matter how somebody view anything that's been here for a long time. It don't. That's what we need to get up off of.
But I learned that.
You want to talk about evolve? Evolving to me is when you learn everything. To me, I'm gonna tell you what's real stupidity. You know what's real crazy to me? If you was in something and they tell you can only read this and you can only go by that. But it's so much information out there. Just because you were there, you can't go get more knowledge. That's dumb as fuck. And I meant that. Because if you can't go learn everything and you limit it to just that, just because a group of people looking at you and you got to abide by it, no. That's what we need to learn. That's what we need to be learning. Y'all want to know what we need to be learning?
Everything.
None of this shit that we've been doing. It goes for everybody that's a human being that's breathing right now. You ain't better than the next person because you don't do what that next person doing. You're not better than that person because you don't talk like that person. You're not better than that person because you believe in God and whatever they told you in church. But you got a life in the dark that's more ugly than the demons that they talking about in the church.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But got the nerve to go in the light and act like that demon ain't on your back. But see, when you're a free thinker, you don't have none of that on your back. Because you know you only get whatever you come out your mouth, man. Your mouth is prophetic.
Yeah.
That's why they say you count with that tongue. Yeah, I said just keep it simple, man. Don't work at churches if you're a vegetarian. Huh? You got to keep it simple, man. It ain't that serious. It's
and
not.
Your life is what you make it, not what everybody else makes it.
Not what somebody else made for you.
Yep.
A lot of people hold on to whatever they was taught, bro, and it killed them. It was another way out there, man. They didn't even go to it because they was stuck on that stupid shit. What somebody told them.
Here go want to be an example. Y'all ain't never gonna amount to shit. But there's a lot of motherfuckers amounting to shit that they wasn't supposed to amount to.
And them the same people that's amounting to the shit. The ones y'all
exactly.
saying was. I know everybody on here was that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that for a fact. I knew that when I
Yeah.
first saw this brother on social media. I say we the same person. Got a different tongue, but we the same person. He speak French, I speak Spanish.
Yeah.
We still saying the same shit. Shit.
Oui, merci beaucoup.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. I will say the one thing that kind of got reconfirmed for me in 2025 is don't doubt your ability to bounce back. You know, just a little bit of my story. So after being with a company for 10 years, they decided to let me go in April. And the old me would have like lost my mind. Like, this is my livelihood. Like, this is how I pay my mortgage. This is how I take care of my kids. But yet, all the while, it was basically a blessing in disguise because it allowed me to move into entrepreneurship and being able to do things a little bit more freely. So when you know, I don't think that there is anybody that can put more doubt in you than you. So you have the power with your own mind to speak life into your situation. So don't beat yourself up so much to the point where you have constant doubt about how good you are or what have you. Even when things don't look as good as you might want them to look, still speak life, speak positivity to yourself, because you go out in the world will do a great job of beating you down. Don't you add to it. Don't you add to what the world is already doing freely. The only person that has to deal with you 24 hours a day, and I'm looking into the camera when I say this, the only person that has to deal with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is you. So you make sure that you have the right thoughts. You make sure that you have the right mind frame to navigate all the crap, all the foolishness that we got going on in this world. Don't doubt yourself. Everybody else is, the world's already doubting you. They want to see you fail. They want to see you mess up. Don't you pile on to that. Continue to keep yourself built up, and everything will happen the way that it should. But don't think that things that happen are happening to you, they're happening for you. Even the things that don't feel good, they build you up because you learn experiences, you learn, wisdom, you learn how strong you are when you have no choice but to be strong. So don't doubt yourself. And I had to kind of reconfirm that in this year. And I'm glad that I went through what I went through, honestly, because God is able to bring you through anything. And if he brings you to it, he'll bring you through it. So don't you doubt. Just keep going.
And in the famous words of Michael Jackson, in the famous word of Michael Jackson, change the man that's in the mirror. And the mirror is your own reflection.
Yep.
Now don't be gyrating and shit. When you say Michael Jackson, don't get the goddamn backsliding and get the goddamn moonwalking and he-ing and shit.
Nah.
He say the man in the mirror. He was talking about the serious one because some of y'all gonna get the playing and shit. Get the playing and goddamn me dancing and gyrating everywhere. That's what I'm saying. That's two different types of energies. I know I play too much, but at the same time, there was some real shit though. Because that was a serious Mike, what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like the other ones when he was trying to get Dirty Diana's attention.
We all got to make that change within ourselves.
Yeah.
Can't nobody make the change for us unless it's upon ourselves.
And stop blaming people. Okay?
You can't blame nobody for your own mistakes.
It's not. It's not.
Every situation you go through, you putting yourself through that situation. You just have to wake up and make that change for yourself.
You got to be
Can't nobody tell you how to change. Can't nobody steer you to change. You got to want to change it yourself. And I'm signing off.
Buddha. Yeah. I just name all that. Yeah, all that. Love yourself first, and everything else fall in place. If it ain't falling in place, you gotta find a little bit more love for yourself. Because guess what, man? You can't disguise this shit. I gotta laugh because I want y'all to think I'm too serious all the time. That shit come in disguises, fellas. It's grown man money. That shit come in disguises, man. It's clever. It got some AI shit out there. All right. So
anything that
fellas,
come in disguises can hurt your insides, bro.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people that's hiding. Like I'm saying, everybody holding in a lot of hurt right now, and people out here not seeing the hurt until they see this. Until they see these people hurting themselves on social media and shit.
Yeah, that's what they got to. Now they can televise it.
Yeah.
They say, forget the news. The news gonna be outdated. We just get them to give us the news. Oh man, see, stop playing. Stop playing. Each and every Monday, we're gonna come to you with topics and discussions and current events and inspirational. However you want to take it, man. That's how you take it. Whatever you got out of it, that's what you got out of it. If you didn't agree with it, you didn't agree with it. Hey, everybody ain't gonna like your song, and everybody ain't gonna like the choice of your Kool-Aid. So with that being said, I want y'all to join us again next Monday, 7 o'clock-ish, 7. And come rock with us, man. You never know who's gonna be on, you never know who's gonna be off. But we all gonna be in together.
Heads up, I'll be on the clock next Monday.
You go to sleep. Some of you niggas is toxic as fuck. Some of you niggas is toxic as fuck. Y'all gotta get them toxins out, man. And we swing. I don't care what they say about me. 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 I'm a grinder, homes. I'm a shiner, homes. Got my diamonds on. Turn the camera on. In stacks I trust. Tips and school zones. Jolly ranchers in mud until my cup gone. No names told. I gotta stick to the code. I'm putting heat to my verses, but my mouth froze.